my beautiful nerdy friends! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace, if you have never been here before. Today I have a book haul for you, and I apologize, I am wearing a totally different shirt than I was in the thumbnail, because this is like attempt number 12 to film this video. Somebody hit that like button. I don't care who, just somebody hit that button for me, alright? Awesome. Book haul. Actually, it's gonna be a book haul and a board game, which I will talk about first. I got the game Dominion. Now, okay, Dominion is actually one of my favorite games, and I play it all the time at my local game store and all the time at my friends' houses, but I personally didn't own a copy of the game because I could kind of play it anytime, wherever I wanted. At our local game store, before the pandemic, we used to have like a massive Dominion competitions, and there was like this whole giant Dominion scoreboard, and it was a good time. But then the pandemic happened, and giant groups of people haven't really been a thing. So I got Dominion for myself so I could play it with a small group at my house or play it with my family and my husband. Dominion is a deck building game in which all the players are competing against each other to build the biggest, most powerful empire at the table. Now, your empire is represented by your deck. The whole table is covered with other decks of cards that you can purchase cards from based on the currency in your hand. You can purchase cards that allow you to attack other players. You can purchase cards that allow you to defend against attacks from other players, and all kinds of things. You can purchase cards that allow you to draw more cards on your turn. So basically, you're building up this massive deck. You also have a bunch of point cards on the table, like provinces and duchies and things like that, and estates that you can purchase with the currency, and that is the ultimate goal, is to have the most points, have the deck that is the wealthiest, biggest, worth the most points by the end of the game. So that's Dominion. First book I want to talk about is Heart of Iron. Oh my goodness, I think this is the one that I'm the most excited about. The main character's name is Anna, and she was found as a child floating through outer space with her sentient robot, I think named D09. She was rescued by the crew of this spaceship. So she's grown up on the spaceship with this crew that she now calls family. However, one day, her robot, like the robot that she was found floating in outer space with, starts to malfunction, and she has to find a way to fix him. However, apparently this robot is like highly illegal, so fixing him is going to be a problem, and I'm pretty sure this book is all about the adventure to try and fix the robot. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't read it yet. I just got it. Cannot wait to dive into this world. There's just something about like spaceships that are like spaceship crews that are just like found family that is just my thing. Okay, another book I am so freaking excited about is Spell Hacker. It's by the author M.K. England, who actually wrote the book The Disasters as well. And ever since I read the book The Disasters, I just wanted more by this author. So I am so freaking excited to dive into this book. All right, the main character. Well, first of all, this takes place in a world where magic used to be like a free-flowing resource, but then things happened and corporations came in and decided to really, really tightly control the resource of magic and to like buckle down on this resource. So like now it's really, really hard to get your hands on magic, apparently. However, Diz is the main character, and her 3 best friends have started a magic siphoning gig where they have figured out how to siphon magic. And I can't wait. Apparently in this book, they get like this big magic stealing heist job, and everything goes wrong. And if it's anything like The Disasters, and if the main characters are anything like as unique and interesting and fun as The Disasters were, then this is gonna be a really good freaking book. The next one I want to tell you about is Seafire. Seafire is all about pirates, you guys. This is not only about pirates, this is an all-girl pirate crew, which just sounds fantastic. I remember being a kid, and I used to make up stories about all-girl pirate crews, and I remember like climbing up trees and like throwing ropes out of trees and pretending that like I was on like an all-girl pirate crew ship and stuff. So this sounds like it's just my imagination brought to life. There is a corrupt warlord named Ulrich Ather, I think is his name, that this crew is like hell-bent on taking him down because apparently he kills people and he's killed their families. He's killed the family of the captain of this all-girl pirate crew, and this whole crew is going after him. One day, there's a young man who has an opportunity to join this crew. I think maybe he rescues somebody in the crew or something like that. And then there's this whole big debate in the book about whether they're gonna let this young man join the crew, all-girl pirate crew, and yeah, apparently it gets very interesting from there. Next few books I got is actually the first 3 books in a series, and I finally found the Temeraire books, you guys. I have been looking for these at Barnes & Noble for a while, and the first couple books hadn't been there. So anyway, we finally got our hands on them, and I am so flipping excited. Oh, first of all, this book series is by Naomi Novik. Do I need to say more? It's Naomi Novik, come on. But anyway, if that's not enough for you, basically, the Temeraire series combines dragon fighting and the Napoleonic Wars. The main character's name is Will. I believe it's Captain Will Lawrence, and he's the captain of a ship, but one day his ship finds another ship with an unhatched dragon egg on it, and I believe that dragon hatches and pops out the dragon named Temeraire. Will and Temeraire become best friends, and they go and fight together in the war. So anyway, it sounds amazing. The first one is called His Majesty's Dragon. The second one is called Throne of Jade. And then the third one is called Black Powder War. I'm just so excited to see how Naomi Novik portrays the bond between human and dragon in the Napoleonic Wars and dragon fighting, and even like all the aerial combat. Like, I can't wait to read about it. And I know each dragon series that I read like does just aerial combat, dragon combat, the like human dragon bond in like a slightly different way, and I just can't wait to dive in to this book and just see how it's all done and portrayed and just get all of it into my imagination. The next book I finally got my hands on is The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I believe the main character's name is Fitz. And the main character, he was born an outcast. He has been pretty friendless and lonely. However, he has the magical ability to bond with animals, which has given him some sort of companionship along the way. He also, I believe, has some darker magical abilities as well, but then he just so happens to get adopted into the royal family. He has to put all of his outcast ways aside and learn courtly manners and all these things. And also he learns how to kill people in secret because he is training to become the royal assassin. So, anyway, it sounds like a good time. BookTube Goddess was actually the booktuber that recommended this book to me a while ago. I did a video where I was talking about different assassin books, and BookTube Goddess was like, oh my god, for the love of God, Grace, please go read Assassin's Apprentice. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I'm sorry, BookTube Goddess, I'm sorry, I haven't read that one yet. If you guys haven't checked out BookTube Goddess's channel yet, she is the #1 drag queen booktuber. Go check out her channel, it is a really good time. The next books that I'm going to talk about are actually 2 books, but I only have one of them. I got the next 2 books in the Expanse series. However, I had to order one of them because I couldn't find it anywhere at my bookstore, and I wanted to support my local bookstore, so I ordered it through them, but it is taking forever to get here. But anyway, the one that I do have right now is Timot's Wrath. It is book number 8 in the Expanse series. Guys, I am collecting them all. I'm getting to the end of the Expanse series in my collection anyway. I'm only currently on book 5 in the actual reading process, but the collecting process, I am almost there. I have also ordered Persepolis Rising, which is, I'll put right up here, which is actually book 7, so I have to wait till that gets here before I can read this, but that's okay. I have plenty of other books to keep me entertained, and I'm not super worried about it. It'll be here when it gets here. Yeah. Expanse series is an epic science fiction outer space series in which Earth is overpopulated. So humanity has colonized and moved out even into the asteroid belt. There's all these space stations and spaceships all through the asteroid belt. So basically, in this book series, anybody who is raised out in outer space is called a belter, and anybody who was raised or born on a planet's surface, any planet, whether it's Earth or Mars or Moon, whatever, is called an earther. They're just all kinds of factions that just don't get along and see eye to eye, and everybody wants to try and kill each other like all the time. All these different factions are always ready to drop bombs on each other at a second's notice. However, in the very first book in the series, Leviathan Wakes, an alien threat shows up into the solar system and forces everybody to like have to get along and work together to figure out this whole situation. And then the book series just goes on from there. This alien threat just keeps evolving and getting weirder and weirder, and things just keep getting weirder and weirder, and all these groups of people that don't get along constantly are put into situations where they have to work together and figure out their differences and figure out how to solve all of these problems that are coming up because of this weird alien situation that's just kind of there now. So anyway, I absolutely freaking love this series. Like, I love its ingenuity, I love its depth, I love the space battles, I love every single one of these characters. The main ship is called the Rocinante, and the main captain of the main ship is Captain Holden, and he's got this whole crew of like Amos and Naomi, and I just love all of these people, and Alex is the main pilot of the Rocinante, and I love all of these people, all of these characters. It's wonderful. This book series is just, it's pure brilliance. Thank you so much for watching this video, everybody. Over here on my channel, we love to read books. We especially love to read science fiction fantasy books because reading is good for you, especially reading really, really imaginative things is very good for you because people who know how to imagine, people who know how to dream are the people that change the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, hit that subscribe button for me because I want to see more of your face and I want you to be able to see more of my face. I love you. You are so freaking beautiful, and I am so proud of each and every single one of you. And I will see you in the next video.